Welcome everybody to the Skip the Dishes virtual watch party hosted by myself and a special guest here. Take it away.
Hello, hello. Nice to see you, KarQ. I am Harbleu here for joining Toronto Defiant on our Battle of Canada. The first one that I've been a part of like this. Should be fun. I'm excited for it. We had a little rock, paper, scissors before the stream to see who would do the initial introduction. I lost, but we're going to say KarQ cheated on a little bit. That's fine. But
I 2-0'd. I had a third eye playing that rock, paper, scissors.
The stream delay, it was ridiculous, but I'll let you go through first. You can do your little plugs, and then you can toss it back to me.
Right, sounds good. Well, like I said, this is going to be like Harbleu said, this is going to be the Battle of Canada. Got the Defiant facing off the Titans today, but we do have some things to go over. A couple of what do you call it? Housekeeping. Notes.
I guess that's a good name for it. That's
Talking
a good name
points.
For it.
Some things to talk about. So on our end here on the Defiant channel, we have our sponsor, SkipTheDishes. Make sure to gear up for today's game and order your food with Skip. Use code Defiant at checkout, and you can get entered to win the grand prize, including a custom-wrapped Defiant PC. Wait, it gets better. Custom Defiant neon lights and more. You'll also be entered to win prize packs for every monthly tournament, which includes a signed Defiant jersey, a custom mouse pad, a Nano Leaf starter kit, and more. You can check the stream description for more rules and details about that. We also have the EPOS H3 headset giveaway. To enter, you have to enter it in chat. To enter, you need to type a certain hashtag. Now, Titan viewers, are you there? Harbleu stream. Harbleu's Titans. Are you guys there? Harb, I'm gonna need you.
All right. I'll take the rain now. I'll take the rain over if that's what you were trying to. Yeah. If that was the handoff there.
That's the cue. So what I'm gonna need some of the Titans to do, some of the Titan viewers, is to come on over and raid the Defiant stream.
They got codes there. Listen, people in the Vancouver chat were already asking about the codes. So the fact that it's Battle of Canada, we're obviously friendly here too. So there will be codes posted in both the chats. So it's highly recommended that, you at least have both chats open. That way you can get double the chances for the codes. You get your nice skins for whatever respective team player you want. Your pick. It doesn't have to be Vancouver, although, they are a pretty cool team. Could be Toronto also. But yeah, in both the chats, there will be codes posted. It's highly recommended to be in both. But did you have any more of your housekeeping, we'll call it, any more stuff you had to mention there for yours?
Yeah. I was going to mention the hashtag Defiant X EPOS in our chat if you want a chance to win the EPOS H3 headset giveaway. And then, like you pointed to, the Owl token drops. We'll be trying to send you guys into either stream. You either raid mine or or the Defiant viewers will raid the Titan stream. And we'll get those codes for you. You guys are going to have to fight for it. Like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy here.
They go fast in our chat. All I will say is there's people who are ready for them. The amount of times I've posted them, and they're gone within like 5 seconds, and people are like, this code doesn't work. It's like, look, you got to be fast on these. You got to be looking at chat and looking at the game, do that dual vision stuff going on, and just be watching for them.
That's right. You can't just copy and paste it. You actually need to have BattleNet open, have that redeem a code section ready to go, and the minute you see it, copy and paste it. And if you're trying to enter this on a controller because you have BattleNet on your console,
good luck.
Good luck. I think that's about it on my end. Harb, take it away for what you got on your end.
I'll stars out here. So as always, we have the breadsticks still going on here on Vancouver. We are, I believe, in match 10 here. Might be 9. I might be off by 1 or 2 here, but the breadsticks have eluded us this far. But if there was ever a time for them to be unleashed, I would say the Battle of Canada makes the most sense for it to happen. So we have the graphic where it's same as it was yesterday for us with the bingo board, pretty much exact same setup. So I'm not sure if the graphics showing on the stream. Oh, I see it on our stream. So yeah, pretty much if you get a connection of any 3 of those, that's the breadsticks right there. Free for any participating locations in Canada, I believe it is. But hey, it'd be nice to finally get some. It'd be a nice treat there. Other than that, we also have the Champion merch collab, the new clothing sponsor for Vancouver Titans. It was different previous, but that's the new one out there. There should be a link somewhere in the description, I believe, of the channel there. But I think that's all the plugs. Oh, Asus is cool also. Best Buy. Those were the two other ones, but we don't have a behind the numbers or anything today for it. But those are some of the other plugs out there. They're both great companies. Love them. But I think that's all the plug stuff I had here. So let's actually talk about the match. Enough sponsor stuff. Let's talk about, like, as I've said multiple times, Battle of Canada. I'll do quick roster rundown as always for Vancouver Titans here. So it's going to be the same starting lineup as yesterday. I don't believe Teru is playing again today. So it's going to be Linkser Dalton on DPS, which means probably more double hit scan comps. They're both, hit scan stars out there. So potentially some more Sombra from Linkser. I know Hisu on Toronto Defiant was running a decent amount of Sombra. So I'm curious to see if both of them end up just running it, or if neither run it there. I'm curious to see that. But then on tank, we have Changsik and Fried Wiener. Changsik's been getting better and better as he's gotten more back, shaking off the rust after not having really competed for a couple of years. So I'm looking forward to seeing him continue to improve. And then on support, we have Fire and Rolf. As always, support line supporting their team, keeping them alive. That's the quick roster rundown for Vancouver Titans. I'll let you talk quickly about Toronto Defiant there also in their starting lineup.
Yeah, you mentioned Hisu. He is going to be one of our DPSs. Alongside him is going to be Aspire. Again, our new pickup that we managed to grab last month from Contenders, I believe American Tornado. And he's been playing very well. We renewed him for another 30 days on another contract because he's been playing out of his mind. Had a great win against Florida last night, so that was awesome to see. On the tank side, we got Sato, Michelle, and for the supports to round it out, we got Antoon, Jay, and Lastro. Solid roster. It's a new month. Summer Showdown's coming up. Every time I kind of like this format personally, where every month you have like something to fight for and go for, and you can shuffle things around.
I like it. I think I'm also liking the no hero bans. Hero bans were one of those things where they had it last split. And sometimes they can lead to some interesting like metas, but the meta always feels kind of forced because obviously there's hero bans. And I feel like when there's no hero bans like this split, I've seen a lot of very unique comps come out from some of these teams that you don't normally see. Like I've seen teams running, I think you just saw Florida running a decent amount of Hammond. Like I said, you saw Sombra played from both Hisu and Linkser were playing some of it. Right. And then you've just seen like a mix of like almost everything else. So I'm super curious to see what these teams come out on the first map. I know on do we actually have the first map listed here? So I think it's Oasis.
Oasis. Okay. Then we got Icon, Route 66, Anubis, and Nepal. So King of the Hill to start off.
I've always talked about on Oasis how huge winning first fight is. Like on Koth, getting that initial point control in an initial position is like massive. And Vancouver made the mistake. I'm going to call it a mistake, but obviously it's something they had practiced. They were in Sombra on their Koth, and the issue with Sombra on Koth initially is until you really build that EMP, you don't have that much of an impact in fights, and Vancouver pretty much just got ran over that initial fight because the Sombra wasn't doing much there. So I'm curious to see if they continue to go with that strategy on Koth, or if they look at what they did yesterday and switch it up there. But Toronto looked pretty good against who did they play yesterday? They beat Florida yesterday, right?
Right? Yeah. And like you said about the Sombra thing, I'm curious to see if both teams run Sombra, isn't that the thing about Koth where the Sombras have to fight for that central mega health pack on each map? Only
pretty much you'll see both teams like try to deny the other team from hacking it if that happens. Now again, we might see neither team run Sombra, but from what I was watching of these teams, it seems like Hisu was running a lot of Sombra, and then Vancouver Titans ran like a mix of it here and there. So I'm definitely curious to see what they run on that. But yesterday I was talking about how I always do predictions. I'm not sure if you ever do them on yours. Normally, I thought yesterday was Vancouver's match to take against Boston. Boston hadn't looked that strong, but then again, I think Boston just 3-0'd Florida also. So maybe that loss wasn't that bad for Vancouver Titans. This one, I'm calling map 5. I'm saying it's too close to say who's going to win, but the fact that Boston was better than I thought they were, makes the Vancouver Titans loss yesterday not look quite as bad. So I'm thinking this could be a close one because also Toronto struggled a bit more against Florida than it looks like Boston did. So based off of that, order of operations there, this one could be a close one. I'm hoping for a map 5 at least. Like I said, the breadstick challenge, it's been a long time coming. And if it goes to map 5, that's pretty much guaranteed breadsticks with the board there. Which you said you had some pizza yesterday there. You said you had some Pizza Hut yesterday, did you not?
No, I just had Pizza Hut like 6 hours ago for lunch, which I ordered through SkipTheDishes using code Defiant. Because I mean, who isn't using code Defiant to check out? That was clean.
This is a match made in heaven here. We got the pizza, you got the delivery service. Why doesn't this happen more often?
Just use
Blizzard,
both.
get in on this.
Come on. Well, I actually had a point that I was about to mention just before that. What was I going to say?
You were going to say?
I was going to say something about. Yeah, I lost it. You know, I just the whole the Pizza Hut delivery into the code Defiant thing was too good.
I'm sure.
I wanted you to elaborate on this breadstick thing. I have no idea what you're talking about here.
This is actually became a big thing even on like the official Overwatch League stream. They've started like pretty much every Vancouver Titans match. They will always be talking about it on the stream. So it's been pretty much since the start of the season. If it used to be if it ever went to map 5. There would be breadsticks given out, but that hasn't happened yet. So they added in some more incentives, some more ways to get the breadsticks out there. Okay. But I've also made the argument that it makes it harder in a way, and that's just me being a hater, I guess. But it adds more fun to it. But in certain ways, it might be harder to get them. But
that's only if it goes to map 5. Is that?
No, there's other ways you can do it. It's like a whole bingo board. Let me pull it up here real quick. I can see. Oh, so I just left the voice channel. I was done with you there for a second.
I see two of me.
Wait, we back? Okay, we're back.
We're back.
All right, it's let's see. If Lucio gets a boop, if there's a pulse bomb double elim, if a McCree gets like a Deadeye triple elim, which was close to happening yesterday, and Linkser has played a lot of McCree, so. These are all things that like can happen, but it's some of them are like more likely than others. Like the McCree Deadeye triple elim, McCree high noon is normally like a press Q to die, so it's rare you see that. But I have a bunch of codes to give out here. I have like 15 or something. And normally I wait till after the first map. But I say we give it to some of the early birds here. I don't know if you have any codes around available to give out, but I was going to hand out a couple.
Mine can be dropped whenever. So how about you take care of your codes first. Let me just tell my stream on the Defiant channel, please go raid the Titan stream right now and have a chance to win these codes.
They're great. Listen, we're gonna put out. Let's see. I think I have 15 total. If this goes to map 5. That's 3 between maps. I'll put out 3 right now. Like I said, these go fast. People, I don't know how they do it.
Give them 2 minutes. Hey, if you guys are rating the Defiant live co-stream right now, make sure to say something. You can like, hey, from Defiant or something. Come on in.
Let us know.
Codes go quick.
Listen, you
let them know.
Even though you might be rooting for a different team, you guys are also still welcome to the codes. Also, it's perfectly fine. I won't judge, much, but that's okay. But I'm definitely I'm looking forward to this. Plus, this will be a little bit different. So normally, at least for here on the Vancouver Titans stream, it's been between matches. I like it's gone to the casters. I haven't talked, but the fact that we have both of us here, and
we'll do our own analysis. We got this.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit different, where it's going to be us between matches doing a little bit of casting, breaking down. I can't say how much casting we'll be doing necessarily. It'll probably be more just like discussing the matches, discussing team comps. But it should be fun. I haven't like done any sort of actual more casting, talking stuff like that in like years. But I'm looking forward to the change for it.
Yeah,
I'll enjoy it.
We'll play it by ear. I've done 2 of these now. I did one with Fran and Agilities where we kind of just like went back and forth. I asked them a question, they asked me a question. We kind of just discussed, team comps, a little bit of casting here and there. Like, oh yeah, that looks like an interesting play. Why did they do this? Well, who knows? It'll be good.
All right. Well, I see a lot of Toronto people seem like they showed up in the one chat, so I'm gonna toss out some of these codes now because I'm sure people have the BNet app open and waiting for them. So
that's right. Have the redeem a code ready.
As I slowly go down to my enter button here. slowly and pressed. Oh wait, I didn't press it. Oops, I'm awkward. There, now it's pressed.
They have a delay, so it's like, oh.
All right.
Oh, let me sign into my main account. I should post it from mine as well. As you do
The
that.
second one here. And I'll do the third one also. Why not? We'll do 3. Make it a nice even 3. That's an odd number. Don't overthink it. There. All right. So those codes have been. They're already taken already. So I've said it multiple times. You snooze, you lose. That's just how it goes. But how are we looking on this upcoming match here? Let me check the official stream here. See if it looks like they're starting soon. I see all the players sitting down. We were just talking about this earlier. You mentioned it. I was talking about how much I love it seeing players drink straight from the 2-liter in like on player cams there, and you're saying that's one of Sato's thing.
Yeah, that's his thing. That's his thing. That's what he's known for. He's just chugging it. I have my own. I have a small can here, but definitely not a 2-liter. It's not a 2-liter.
Apparently, one of the Vancouver Titans players, Teru, I heard saw that, and yeah, he copied it for a little bit too. But hey, I fully respect it. It's so much easier. You don't have to worry about going in a cup. You don't have to get a refill. You just got the bottle right there. I love it every time I see a player doing that.
But the whole idea of chugging a fizzy drink just doesn't sit well with me. I can't burp, Harb. I don't know about you. So
you can't burp?
I can't burp. I cannot
like
burp.
You've never burped once in your life?
Maybe like twice accidentally when I was just like laughing. Oops, I burped. One of those things.
Well, what do you do when it feels like there's like something stuck in like a burp stuck in?
I leave it there. I just feel uncomfortable
That's exactly that'd be the worst.
It is the worst. I have to lay down at night, then I sleep, and hopefully by the time I wake up, it's gone. Usually the air will like pass through all like those 8 hours of sleep, and then it'll go away. So that's why I don't drink.
I feel like if I couldn't burp, I would like legit just never drink soda. I would never drink anything that I would worry about making me have to burp if that was like the outcome. Also, this is the hard-hitting analysis people are coming here for. We're talking about the 2 liters, whether or not KarQ can burp. I just learned he couldn't. So that's a fun fact right there.
That's a fun fact right there. I'll be fun at parties next time, whenever I get to party again.
I told the productions, like normally when we do our pre-game stuff, we got like 3 to 5 minutes of like content I can talk about before I'm just out of stuff to say. But the fact that this one's a bit different, and the fact that we're also going to be doing the casting with it, I'm sure they don't mind us just shooting a little bit, just chatting a little bit here.
Oh, of course, this is what makes it good and makes it fun. I think they're actually going to start soon. We went through the starting roster. We know it's going to be on Oasis. Yeah, I see the.
I've seen all the graphics in here. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm super curious what team or what comps they come out here with, because like I said, a lot of teams have ran just way different stuff, and both of these teams seem like they ran some Sombra and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it looks like they're just now getting to pick their heroes.
I think Sato's gonna go for a Winston composition, but we'll know in a few moments. They like to troll at the beginning, when they just like they pick a bunch of random stuff just to confuse the casters.
Which I've always thought, like, you get casters getting all hyped, which I think the casters have learned now that, like, up until the doors open and people are leaving the spawn, I don't care what hero people are locked in on. There, you never trust it.
Can't, because right now I'm seeing links are on the Bastion. Aspire on Soldier? Yeah, exactly. There's no way.
The casters are echoing. Uh-oh, is it me? Hello.
I'm good on my end, so.
Yeah, you sound fantastic to me, and
you sound great in my ear, but I guess it's just your feedback.
Well, hopefully that's on production end. They're aware of it, I'm sure. Hopefully they'll get it. Okay, so it looks like we have the May mirror, which. So Teru has always been like the big May player for Vancouver, and they must have had something in scrims where they're playing Linkser, because to me it's still weird that they're running May and not having Teru play. Because as you see there, Linkser goes down first on the May. So, like I said, Vancouver must have had some sort of thing in scrims that they saw was a good outcome, and that's why they've been using Linkser. But actually,
like a flexible switch, but the Titans turned it around. Yeah, it seems like Dalton got a pick on Ansun J, was kind of looping around on the Lucio up top, and hey.
Yeah, wow. I thought for sure once May goes down in a fight like that, that's pretty much the fight there. But okay. Can we talk about Frogweeder's mustache also? I'm not sure if you just saw it, but he has by far the best mustache I have ever seen. Next time you see the player cam, just take a look at it. My eyes always get lost on it.
I'll make sure to stare. I can't grow a mustache very well, so I'm envious.
If I could grow one like he does, I would rock that every day of the week. Good ice wall from
Every time you
there.
start thinking, you just have to brush it a little bit.
Exactly. I don't have a good one, and I still do it a little bit.
Okay, so now the Titans are on high ground. What the Defiant need to do is maybe look for Antun J or Michelle to kind of boop him off. Oh.
Well, I mean, ooh, Dalton has definitely been like a big star player for Vancouver Titans. Also, like I wasn't completely sold between him at the start, between like him and Linkser, which one I thought was like carrying harder. But Dalton has had a lot of really good performances. But it looks like Toronto eventually pushes in with that baffle they had set up and are able to eventually get the point here. Okay, 54% though is not. I think both teams are pretty comfortable with the position they're in right now.
Yeah. Yeah, despite the initial pick that Dalton had with the high noon, I guess the Toronto setup with Lastro's Amp Matrix, they just kind of just barreled in and rolled into the low ground players from the Titans and kind of won the fight down below while Dalton was just chilling up top.
Yeah, which Fire has a slight beat advantage here. I doubt he knows that. I doubt they try and do too much with it. It's all going to come down to the males here, which Linkser has had a bit of an issue getting his Mails eaten lately, which I will say Mails is like one of the hardest ults to get off against good divas. How long Mail like stays in the air, it is very hard to get Mail like off without it getting eaten. So I can't really blame Linkser there too much, but it's definitely something that I'm sure he's mentally aware of after you've had that happen a couple times. Like I said, it happened a couple times yet in yesterday's match. I'm sure he's like mentally thinking to himself every time he ults, I cannot get this eaten. I need to be extra careful about this. And that can sometimes end up like making you play worse. Like I've been in that position where I've had grabs eaten and it's a mental thing where it's like, okay, I need to be extra cautious, and it leads you to be like afraid to use it sometimes. But ooh, that was a good ice wall from Linkser to stop the flank there. Toronto looked like they were going to go for like a flank high noon play, but
and the counter wall comes up right at the perfect time. Oh. Wait.
Close fight. 4-on-4.
Just before the self-destruct came out. So Vancouver have an opportunity to turn this one. Sato falls, Aspire in the middle of the point.
No idea who's going to win this fight still. Looks like Vancouver has the numbers, but they lose. Yeah, Sato goes down early. Okay, Vancouver should be taking this. This is as good of a first point as you could ask for. It's not 100-0. Both teams look like they've taken the point multiple times. Like, if this is going to set the tone for the rest of the match, this is fantastic because this is very competitive so far.
Yeah, we're going to be entering last fight territory, despite it being about 65%. By the time the Defiant engage, we're probably closer to 80, and that'll be it for this round.
Yeah, which no one has ult yet, but okay, Hisu just got his. Linkser's close to his also, which again, this is going to come down to the males again here. If one of them gets it eaten, or if one's able to get like decent value with it, that's enough to just win the fight right there.
Separates people. Another good one from Hisu.
Really good ice wall usage from both these maze to like block off high noons and everything. Like that's exactly what you want to see with it.
Did Michelle flash the Matrix at the last second? It looked like Dalton got the skull off and got that high noon.
I think he Matrixed it, or did it just go around the corner? Ooh, Dalton drops first. I think he got picked off there, or he just got sniped at the top.
But there goes Sato. What a shatter on the other side as well.
Oh, that's a nice counter shatter by Hisu's Blizzard.
Yeah, it looks like Toronto is taking this fight here, but 99-99, about as close as you can get to the first point there. I'm not sure how Dalton died early that last fight, but I think that's something that both teams are pretty okay with that round. Both teams feel like they're competitive in it.
Right, that could have gone either way. It was just, but that's the thing about King of the Hill. It is basically down to like, it is usually down to the wire.
Yeah, well,
one little mistake.
I always find it's either 100-0 or it's like 99-99 like that. It feels like there's no in between.
That's fair. I think there's a stat out there, right? If the first team that controls it usually does win the round.
That's why I've said like initial point control is so huge on Koth, but if Vancouver struggled to like hold there, okay, you're seeing May's pretty terrible on this point. It's okay. These teams both seem like they just run the exact same comp here. I think the only difference, now they're both on Brig also. Okay, well,
gonna be a TP out. Are they gonna stay on Sim, or are they gonna switch back to McCree after?
There's been a lot of Sim played recently. Okay, they're both. But yeah, this point, I didn't think Sim was gonna be that good. But let's see who gets the hack here first on the Mega. Looks like Hisu got it.
Yeah, Hisu got it.
Yeah, he did. Okay, so that's actually a pretty big Mega control there.
Yeah.
It lets you just constantly play by outside there and just grab it.
So what? Oh,
but he does go down.
Does go down.
Though. He did you. Yeah.
Must have been absent in that scenario.
It looked like he just was slow on his translocator. He got down to like 25 HP, and I think he had time to translocate back, but they just chipped him down there. So Vancouver takes first point again, but as they saw last time, that they gave it up pretty easily. So hopefully they get a little bit of a better hold here.
Have you, when back in your days, as when you competed, when you scrimmed with Sombra comps in KarQ, would you, if you lose the Mega in KarQ, like would you go to the opposite Mega? So would Linkzer's strategy be control the one by the cars instead now?
It's either that or you need to just win the fight fast, because they are obviously going to have better sustain with that Mega there. So if you take like a long, slow fight, that just gives them more time to keep getting that extra health from the Mega. So the fact that they were able to pick the Sombra pretty quick there, I mean, it meant that like it wasn't as big of an issue. But if that would have been like a long, slow fight, then yeah, you might want to rotate to the opposite side or something. But the Mega out by the cars is kind of meh on this map.
But it does seem like the
it's so
Titans
far
are
out.
they are kind of playing this side though. Yeah, they are holding it here. I do see Linkzer controlling that.
Well, with these comps, they don't really have. I guess the only person that would really want to play high ground sometimes is like Anna, yeah, because like they don't have hit scan, like they don't have McCree or like Asher or anything, so high ground doesn't matter that much. But it is the safest having your supports up there though. So.
And I think Dalton has to step up if the Vancouver Titans are going to get the win. He's going against a rookie in Aspire. He can get that edge. Vancouver Titans can really go far. But Rolf down first.
Did Rolf get picked there? How did they lose the... Oh, I don't know how both supports died there. Listen, the camera keeps, like, changing off the people, and I'm just not seeing how these guys are dying. Like, right there, there's no way that... I think they nano Winston. It looks like, I think, Sato got nanoed and jumped in, but...
He probably did, yeah. Lash was at 30%. They only used one nano and one mat. Look at Toronto Defiant's ultimate economy. I mean, to be fair, the Titans didn't really, like... I think they just conceded it. Once they lost one or two, they're also saving up everything. It should be pretty even once Fire catches up.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to the EMPs now. Also, it's Linkzer and Hisu again coming down to whichever one gets bigger ult usage here.
Hisu down there, he's looking.
Yeah, he's scouting. Oh, he goes for it just early to take out Rolf. I actually really like that. You'll see a lot of times teams like extra wait for people to engage in and try and get like that big 5-man EMP. If you can get like a 1 or 2-man EMP and guarantee picking off like the main support or picking off the Ana, that's the fight right there. You can't push in without an Ana. Like, that was really good from Hisu. Now, it does mean that Linkzer is pushing in with an EMP advantage, and if he gets good value from this could like set them up for the fight, but that just gave Toronto an extra like 30% right there just from that EMP, so that is definitely worth it.
30%, and it helped Lastro catch up on the nano boost. Since Rolf died early, now Lastro's lapping him almost in nano boost to kind of counter it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I don't know if Linkzer got... Did he get his EMP off? But he... Oh, that's not good.
I think they found his translocator because I didn't see him leave the translocator. I didn't see him teleport back out.
Well, now we have nano again on Lasher here. They're definitely just gonna nano Winston in again, and Vancouver does not have a defensive ult to try and keep their Ana up. So it's all gonna come down to if Rolf can hit this sleep on the Winston. If he's able to sleep the nanoed Winston, he might be able to live, but if he doesn't, it's gonna be hard for him to stay up on this retake here.
Chongsick does have the primal, where Sato doesn't, which could like stall out quite a bit. Oh, there it is.
Oh, here comes the nano Winston. Oh, they're going for the brig here first. Oh, yeah, that goes the brig. They're gonna look for the Ana here now on the left there. He does get to sleep, but too late there. Too much damage was already done. The brig was already dead. Brian gets a decent bump. Wait a sec. Okay, the Ana goes down.
But that does turn things into a potentially winnable scenario for Vancouver.
Dalton on the Tracer takes out both supports, I believe. He gets the translocator also.
Now he's hunting him.
They're on
It was, but Aspire turns it around on him with the help of Hisu, who pops the EMP.
Ooh, Aspire with a nice play there also. I thought he was going to win this fight also.
Who's managing to find picks left, right, center, takes down Dalton, FRD falls, and it's Linkzer. You couldn't get less of a rookie than Linkzer, the Nano Cowboy, giving us
Nano
echoes
Cowboy. Cowboy,
No,
wait a
Link's
minute.
Kree coming out.
Cowboy coming in.
He's on. Listen, that's his comfort pick right there. Linkster can play a lot of different heroes, but I'd say 99% of the time you want him on either Widow or McCree. Like
He switched
Yeah,
up after that Sombra thing. He came back. He has a high noon already. That's how much damage he put out.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
He put in so much work in that with that nano boost there.
Playing around the ultimates and getting that space. So now they have to hold, right? They have the
Which
hold,
I get. Sometimes you want to play like what's the meta and like see what other teams are playing and go with that. But sometimes you also want to play to your strengths. Like Linkster is obviously a good McCree as he shows there, getting a pretty good high noon. Flash that monkey becomes close. Ooh, missed the flash a little bit there.
Too much HP to go through on a Winston though. The Chunksick could be getting another primal as well pretty soon. This could go either way right now.
Dalton looking at the pulse. Oh my gosh, his pulses have been on the money lately. It looks like Vancouver should be taking this point here. Wow. Okay, another 99.99, and it looks like we most likely will be going to another. Maybe?
Michelle got the mech back, and we do have Tracer alive stalled from Aspire here.
I've seen wilder stalls. Fried Weaver's Diva Bomb here. I'm sure he's going to be looking for something with that.
Back on ball. Enough time has passed where like both teams have respawns now. It could go back to either way.
Oh, good Diva Bomb from Variety. He had opportunity. That should be the point now. Should.
Defiant are called the Defiant for a reason. They defy all odds, but not today. And not for this map.
You came with notes. You came prepared with that one. There's no, you just set up that on the fly.
Oh, I set that one up on the fly. I may have recycled it a few times, but hey, no one who's counting.
Oh, okay. Reused content. I see how it is.
To steal that one away, and we're going over to a very Reinhardt-centric map. This is where Sado
Okay, map 3. Are we doing?
I could see the Symmetra actually being played here though,
yes.
So this point is like quite a bit different. It's a lot like more close range. I'd expect to see the Rhines also here. Yeah, like this is probably one of my favorite points in Overwatch. Actually, I love University here. It's something with like just the design of this entire Koth point. I think is great. The boops on the outside, the pit in the middle.
Yeah.
I think there's so much like unique stuff you can see on this point.
Both teams are running completely opposite compositions.
Oh, this will be interesting. So yeah, Toronto's able to get there much faster with the Symmetra TP, but
Good wall.
if the Dalton Reaper is able to get in, he might be able to do something. But ooh, never mind. He just goes down early.
Oh, he's gonna start getting beamed up. Now the Symmetra pick gets more value because FRD and Changsik are on 2 shields. He's gonna get beamed up.
I don't understand why people play Zarya anymore. I don't know why I play Zarya. Symmetra is just a better Zarya. Look at this damage. Oh my gosh.
So many more options, honestly. Even though he could get separated from his team by the May.
I'm curious to see if Vancouver keeps trying to run this against that. Like both these comps have like good win conditions. Like Vancouver wants to just close the distance with Ice Wall and then have the Reaper get up close and start shredding. But the issue is if they get up close and let Kisu charge up his energy, he's just gonna start shredding also. So
they gotta be wary of Spire on jumping in, but I think the Spire missed time bit. FRD gets a nice pick. Ooh, and a shatter.
really good shatter, and then the sim wall was started with. Okay.
Defiant expend a lot of ults, but they came out on top.
Field was dropping as well. Aspire dropped to the floor, but thankfully Sado was there.
I would almost like to see.
Toronto Defiant across the line of 40%.
No, I guess yeah, the Sigma makes sense with it. I was thinking that Fraud go back Diva or something, but I think he's already 77% ult charge. But like you were talking about earlier, the double shield against Symmetra, that's just letting the Symmetra get high energy. Like you could just beam shields, get up. Ooh, nice rock from Fried on the Spire there. It goes down when he almost had his ult charge.
And Changsik knock each other to the floor.
In theory it should work, but execution's another factor people have to consider. Defiant have been executing for most of this match, but the Titans are coming hard with all their ultimates being built up.
I would say both teams are executing well. Like again, this is like came down to the wire most of these points. And I haven't seen like any big individual misplays that have been like, and besides the Link's getting his May ult eaten on the first round, which I mean that happens. Like it's hard to get off sometimes. It seems like it's not really coming down to misplays from any of the players, just like close team fights that certain teams are coming out on top.
Even as we see Hisu move over to the Reaper.
I feel like Sig is not the pick against Doom and Sim whatsoever. Again, it can, the fact that he's already high on ult charge, like he doesn't want to switch, but yeah.
That's something that Aspire has to
Yeah,
watch out
he
for.
didn't
He's already
die
been
last
caught
fight, so he's
early
just
on.
gonna stay on
There's a
it.
shadow,
and
doesn't
it's
really
just-
catch on to
he's gonna be like
anybody.
halfway
And now
through
they're
it if he
taking
does
the
end
point
up
outside the
dying
line
here,
of the
and
Matrix.
he's just
That's
gonna have
not
to
really
stick
going to
on
help the
the
Vancouver
Sigma.
Titans. Early immortality
Aspire.
and Aspire's just having a free reign in this close quarters environment.
in.
Dodges the accretion as well. Gets
Now
back to
Doom
the
is
point.
This is what-
good
Oh,
pick
go on.
against. Sorry, yeah, I was gonna say Doom is good against Sigma for the most part because everything
Oh,
goes
yeah.
through it.
That
So
felt like Vancouver sort of pushed themselves
Defiant
into
kinda
a corner
read-
against the
like,
Doomfist.
kind
Well,
of
that
expected
and Vancouver, I mean, I guess they have decent CC with the Mei and the Rock, but as long as the Doom is like able to avoid both of those, he can just go in, punch, and get out pretty safely. Like, because Mei's not going to stop you instantly, and the Rock is really the only thing. Because normally, like something like McCree will really limit how much a Doomfist can do, but the fact that they're not running one.
this is it's a bit harder to pull off those.
Oh no!
Oh, another
Listen,
one.
At this point, it's definitely. I think Linkser knew he had to get it off there because it was already 99%. Like, you have to use it early before your team dies. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if you get a 5-minute ult, you're still gonna lose. But so I can't, like, again, I'm not gonna like 100% say like that was bad, but because once you get to Eden, he will be like, it's gonna be a mental thing going forward the rest of the match where it will be affecting him, even though that one probably wasn't his fault either. But Toronto takes map 1, close, really close map though, 99-99 the first 2 points. Last one was close there. Any big standout player you saw from that? Like I said, Aspire did look like he made some good Doomfist plays there. He still had a couple ones, but it really, again, I didn't see anyone do any crazy standout plays. It just seemed like it came down to like certain team fights being close.
Yeah, exactly. It just seemed like solid fundamental play. Like if you know, the Defiant were down a player or two, I saw like Michelle understanding his role, not like hard diving. He just played his life, stayed alive as Diva. Lost mech, but like stayed alive long enough to get the mech back, stall it out. Like a lot of Koth and King of the Hill is all about, you know, just staying alive, especially for fights when you want to like stall for respawns and, you know, keep holding on to the point as long as you can and tick it up as long as you can. And that's exactly what I saw on the Defiant side. Yeah,
it looked like on Vancouver's, like the times they had point control, it looked like they would always just either randomly lose like Dalton or like a single support or something early. And once you lose a player, it looked like Toronto just would rush in on that. So really, though, that's Koth. Koth can be like that. It looks like next map is Eichenwald. Ooh, I still love saying that name, Eichenwald. Now that I can say it properly, but I'm curious to see. Eichenwald has historically been like a decent Mei map. It's been a map where I've seen a lot of Echo and other stuff played on it also, but neither of these teams really seem like they like running much Echo. So going into it, I really have no idea what you're going to see from them. Like the fact that it's still like the new split, teams are still like figuring out their comps without hero bans. I'm very excited to see what they run here. But is there another code plug or something we have here in the works?
Yeah. It looks like since we have a little break before map 2, you did your drop on your stream. So now the Defiant are going to be giving away some owl tokens.
All right, so you Vancouver Titans viewers, if you love those codes, again, this is the Battle of Canada. Even though we're out here trying to beat Toronto, they're still cool. We still like them. So if you want to go into their chat, show them some love, and also look for those codes. They're gonna have some in their chat.
Yep. Come on over. How many should I give away here? Well, I got a bunch.
3 during mine. Yeah, I don't know how many you have.
You did 3. How many is 1, 2, 3, 4?
I have like 15 total, I think. I don't know how many you have.
I might have 15 as well. Did we divide that evenly? Did you give away 3 strategically, thinking we'd go 5 maps? Is that how?
So that was my logic, yeah. But I wish it was close. So
I'll give away 5 right now. Okay, so
I think 5 might be safer off of the odd chance that it does go only 3 maps, and then I don't want to have to give away like 50 codes right at the end. Right. So maybe 5 makes sense.
If you guys are from the Titan stream, let me know if you're from there. I'll give away 5 codes. You guys have to fight for it. Have the redeem a code open and ready to go on Battle.net, because you can't just copy.
I've already got it open myself. Yeah, you got to compete with me. I've already got it open now.
Yeah, Harb's just gonna take them from us. It's fair game. He can have them. It's not his codes. These are ours. Jokes aside, though, 5 codes. Have Battle.net ready. I'm gonna paste it down. Oh, hi from BC. I see someone from BC there. Okay, there we go. Vancouver's. What's up? What's up, Titan viewers?
Washington State. I was pretty much in Vancouver. It was like a couple hours away. Close enough.
Close enough. Oh my God, here they come. We're getting attacked by the Titans. Okay.
Never watched it. Never watched it.
Okay. I thought I'd slide that one in there.
I got the reference. Just
Right,
yeah,
good enough.
it's on my get around to it. Maybe I'll watch it one of these days. But
It's a solid choice. Anyways, there will be a delay from when my finger hits the enter button, and I'm gonna count it down. I'm gonna give away 5 codes back to back to back to back to back. So get ready. 5. By the time I count down to like 3 or 2, it'll probably be in there. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First one. Here
is that how you hold 3 up normally? Do you do 3 like this or like this?
I probably do it like this, but I thought I'd count it down like this because, you know, got him. All right, well, here we go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Do you have any more to give away on yours right after this? I'll send some people back.
A few more away myself also. I gave away 3 at the start. I'll give away another 3 now, just so we're like pretty even with how many we've given away. So
okay. I've given away 2. Here's the third one. 5, 4,
oh, yeah, I'll wait for you.
3, 2, 1. There it is. Number 4. Giving it away in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last one.
Which let me actually answer some. So I don't only like answer questions from chat and like read chat some. So I see people are talking about the Vancouver Tide. Oh, do your countdown first.
Oh yeah, sorry. Last one.
Yeah.
This is the last one. Sorry. Last one. You got to go fast, guys. Go fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's all from me.
All right.
For now.
And see, so KarQ gave you guys a nice countdown. He gave you guys plenty of time to get it. I'm gonna put some in my chat here. You guys got like 10 seconds to get in here. If you're not in here within 10 seconds, they're gone. And I'm gonna be hot firing them off. So we'll wait.
I'm trying to link the Titan stream for you in the chat if you want to switch over.
Yeah, I'll wait a couple seconds here, and I'm gonna do the fastest 10-second countdown you've ever heard. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here's codes. Here's the first one. There's number 1. I don't think I used that one yet. Here's number 2. And here's the third one. And then there'll be more after these future maps here. But people were talking about I see people talking about not liking the SIG pick on University there. I would say University is the only point on Oasis where I think SIG can be decent. Now, once they saw the other team that Toronto was running the Symmetra Doomfist, that's where I think you would want to switch then. Like after that initial first loss, I think they should have gone Diva then. But I think starting Sigma is a pretty safe pick because with Sig there, you essentially can shield off both chokes. If you're running Rhine Sig double shield, if you want to have like your Sig put a shield up main and have the Rhine hold left side, or just have like the Sig shield to help cover the Rhine shield some, the Sig in a way plays like Diva. But again, it's the way that the comp Toronto had, I agree. Sig just didn't really make much sense to that. But
what about
next map again is?
I was gonna say, what about like switching? Because sometimes we see teams, they sometimes start with Sombra. They'll have the Sombra run out, look at the enemy comp, teleport back, relay the info, and then switch comps. What do you think? I feel like
for Koth, it's rough because Koth initial position can matter so much. Like you saw the fact that on University there, Toronto was running the Symmetra. They were able to TP and get there so much faster, and having that initial position can pretty much just almost win you the fight right there. So it can be good, and depending on the Koth point, I think there's some where it doesn't matter as much as others. But on University in particular, you need to get there early and you need to get position. So on that one, I don't think you could do it. But on something like Eichenwald, which is where we're going next, on Eichenwald, I think it's always decent to scout that out early. You want to know what you're pushing into and make sure you have like the right comp for it.
Right.
But obviously on defense you can't do that.
Yeah, this is for attackers. Yeah, attackers. What we're talking about is the Sombra scouting tactic for attackers.
Which is it looks
attacking here. It looks like the Defiant are going to attack.
To get your first win on the
Yeah, they have the timer on it. Yep.
We'll see if they pull that off because comps are a little team comps are a little bit of a guessing game right now. Like Harb was saying, teams have been running a bit of everything these days. Last map we saw mostly Ryan Diva, but then you saw you know, Fried Wiener took the Sigma last map. We saw Sato play Winston instead of Ryan.
I think Vancouver Titans defense comp is something that they're going to run here on first, but then once they lose first, I definitely see Changsik going over to Winston and Linkser probably swapping to either another Tracer or Vivian's
Widow maybe?
Sombra also. Maybe Widow, like he can get set up like high ground there, but I'm curious to see if we see the Genji. I highly doubt it. There's no way Aspire stays Genji here. He's just messing with everyone, right?
Oh?
It's interesting.
Yeah, he's messing.
Okay, listen, Teru had a play like last split where he got like a 6k blade with no nano like against an entire team. So I have seen good Genji plays. I was looking forward to seeing more there, but unfortunately we see a pretty standard comp from. He actually goes back to the Reaper instead of the Tracer. Okay.
Oh, and we switch to a Moira on the Defiant, a much more.
So they're definitely
brawly,
going a heavy rush comp here. Yeah, rush brawl comp.
Brawl, all the definitions. Anything that goes fast and close. Moira gets away with it because like the Winston and the Diva are not flying anywhere too far out of range of Moira.
30% towards his ult already. That's testament to how much damage
Linkser gets hacked this fight, but good flash from Dalton onto Aspire. He doesn't even have a chance to like rape form out or anything.
And that's usually on the Diva to help look for that. And if you can't flash, if you can't matrix the flashbang, you need to at least matrix the follow-up shots. So Diva has a tough job. Harv, you play a lot of off tank, right?
I do. Diva in this meta is like there's so much he has to look for, especially like when you're against the Mei, like Michelle's having to do. You have to watch for the nails. You have to watch the flashbangs there. What was that? Oh, did he get 3 headshots? Woo! Okay, we just hit. So the breadsticks we were talking about earlier, in terms of the breadstick board, one of the things is getting 3 headshots. Linkser getting 3 headshots, and he's got it all 3 now, so that is checked off the board. Still need to complete the whole board or complete 3 in a row to get the breadsticks, but it's a start.
Huh. This is like the Titans bingo board.
Yeah, so it's for the breadstick board that we call it, but there's like different things each week for it. But
that's 3 headshots. Map 5 is the other one, like you said earlier, right? If we can get there.
And so against this comp, it's gonna be super hard for Linkser to get any value with Mailed against that. With how much mobility Toronto has, if Linkser can get like a 1-man Mailed, that's all you can ask for. Which he gets it off.
Nobody's on it.
Doesn't get anyone. That again, like Mei against this, the ult is kind of just a bonus. Like if you get a good one, that's awesome, but that's not why you're running the Mei against this. You're running the Mei for the ice wall and just for like the freezing in general. But looks like Toronto should be taking this. But good first hold for Vancouver. Not bad from both teams all around.
That's probably one of the reasons why Lastro adjusted and switched to Moira. Once they saw Linkser on the Mei and they confirmed they had a Mei, I think they played a comp that wouldn't. It's too fast and can get out of the
yeah. There's like no chance you'll ever get like more than 1 person in the Mail against that comp, which I actually really don't like the fact that he stayed Mei, unless Vancouver's goal is to just keep rushing. Okay, actually, I like how they're playing this. And if you're going to run the Mei like they are, you have to hold this close. Yep. Which now he's at the point where he's also 60% hold. So
now he's also like, do I have to switch or should I stay? It's always that dilemma, guys. I'll use my ult and I'll switch. But then sometimes you never get that opportunity to switch.
Which Toronto uses beat there, and really nobody dies. Like they use beat to almost that forced Vancouver to disengage, but. Oh, the bomb like climbs the ice wall and then somehow takes out Changsik. I have no idea how he died to that or where he was.
He got comboed by Hisu's EMP, which blocked the.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, there was a combo play right there. That was a set play. But
yeah, they still have like committing the EMP and Diva Bomb and only getting 1 kill and losing the fight. Like that is, I'm sure Vancouver is happy with that outcome.
And like you said, the best time for that Mei wall to get value is like this part of the map.
Yep.
So There could be
Well, I guarantee you're going to see Vancouver is like set up in a position where the second Toronto starts coming in too far, I think they're just going to drop down and rush onto them. Like with the Ryan comp, they're going to just chill at the top for a bit, and then here they come. Ryan drops in. He's kind of getting left high and dry there. The rest of his team didn't really join him.
Oh, there's the blizzard.
Yeah.
Nobody's in it.
I think he just got a Spire on the edge of it, and that's how Dalton was able to finish him off. But again, yeah, May against this,
yeah, it's just a bonus, like you said. But what it did do is it zoned him out. It forced the Defiant to have to kite and retreat, which allowed him to clean up the other kills. So well done to them.
Curious to see if we see either of these teams make any swaps, because so far both of them have stuck with their comps from first point, and it looks like both are having a decent amount of success to a certain extent. So I think both of them are pretty happy with their comps. It's just coming down to like single usage or single fights, like certain players living in, certain ones not. But I can't say one comp is necessarily better than the other. They both seem like they have good win conditions.
Yep. They're trying to sneak in through the castle here. I think Aspire's going to look for a TP play here. He's behind the wall.
I think it's very hard for them to go castle without having a Reinhardt. Like, you see Sato jumps up there, but his team can't even like follow up and get up the stairway because they don't have a Rein. So you like cannot go castle if you don't have a Rein there. And I think you're going to see them not try that again.
I guess the only other option is maybe Sato or one of the tanks goes on an off angle and flies up on the side angle, maybe?
Well, I think that's what he tried to do there, but again, his team wasn't able to get up even and like help support him, and he just got like shredded.
Goes down, and that's just a reset right there. And now they're attacking from the low ground again. Toronto Defiant don't have an answer.
No, I actually forgot there were other casters in the audio. Like when we stopped talking for a second,
I just stopped talking, then we heard exactly. They called it as you said it too. Now they're going under again.
Just dodging away from that blizzard as the rest of the Toronto Defiant surge forward. Lastro not even deciding.
Matrixes? Okay, they finally take him out. So this will come down to one fight here at the end of. But it looks like Hisu has EMP. Hisu has all the time in the world to set up with this to get this like to be a 6-man EMP. He can scout them coming out. He knows that like Vancouver has to rush this pretty much. This should be at least like a 4-man EMP.
Yeah. He's gonna chill up top of the wooden areas. They can't do
yep.
the Spires on the other one.
They've let them out, and here we go. This is an opportunity for Fire to get boosted.
This is gonna be so hard for Vancouver to win. Yeah, he gets the hack first. He's trying to save the EMP. He might not need to use it.
Oh, he's waiting for the beat, and then I think Fire.
Yeah, I'm worried he's saving this too long. I don't know. They're playing like they've won the fight. It comes out now, but they've already lost 2 players. Looks like they're able to get it still. Looks like they should have this. Michelle's like one hit. The Diva
I think the Defiant have this one, but it's kind of like a game of chicken, though, right?
Oh,
wait. They have the respawn advantage.
All dead though too.
It's not that much damage. Wait, there's not enough damage. It's just a Moira tickle with Winston on the ball spinning.
Oh, you have to switch the sim to come back and be able to contest the point earlier. That's actually a really good switch from Dalton. I don't think they're going to win this still, but that gave them the best chance to actually have a good recontest there. But looks like they finally lose it, but that could have ended out really bad for Toronto if that EMP like didn't get as much as it, because he really wanted to hold that, you could tell, and save it to snowball and last. But then they lost 2 players and almost lost it, or he wanted to save it for the beat.
Yeah, I think it was a game of chicken. I think like Hisu was feeling out what Fire and Rolf were doing, because I think Rolf also had the Ant Matrix on Baptiste, so Hisu was like, are you gonna use your defensive or your support ultimates?
Which I can always see that like viewpoint. Like you want to try and if you know the other team has beat, you obviously want to save that EMP. But sometimes you like if your team's starting to lose the fight, you just gotta use it.
Have to use it, and I think someone's got to pull the trigger eventually.
Yep, but looks like a really good Cole engage there. They might be able to cap this out with time here. I'm pretty sure Vancouver's just gonna try and play for stall now. They have to stall this for another 30 seconds, which is very doable to try and get like OT timing. Ooh, Lucio goes weak on he had the beat a little bit early there because he was getting focused. Yeah, absolutely no ults besides Diva Bomb for Vancouver, so I don't see them holding this, but they might be able to stall it a bit longer to get it to 0 seconds before.
He takes out Fire as well. Rolf getting pushed back into the squad.
He's still on it. FRD, and he does a bomb though. If he mechs might be... Okay, never mind.
Ooh, yeah. Unfortunately, they weren't able to hold it. Well, unfortunately for us, I guess. Fortunately for you, but they cap out with 6.9 seconds. Not bad from both sides. I think I can really understand Linkser wanting to use his mail there at the end of Streets to try and win that fight there. Because if you can hold a team in Streets as opposed to obviously having to defend last, you do that like 10 times out of 10. I would always commit that ult. I think some people might be like, oh, he shouldn't have held it, or he shouldn't have used it there, save it for last. But that fight looked still semi-winnable when he used it. And if there's a chance you can win that fight, I think you use that ult and go for the win. Look at those clocks. Sometimes you gotta really take in, appreciate how nice the maps look. The details Blizzard's put in on some of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden like little gems of like references, lore, like that Dark Souls reference with a little bonfire. Yeah, no. Blizzard's attention to detail, at least in the art in this game, definitely underappreciated. But now we are appreciating it now, so you know we gotta give it credit so you guys can notice it too.
Well, like every time I play on like low settings, so like a lot of these models don't even show up. Like some of these flowers you see there, these bushes, I never see these normally, so this is like a whole different experience for me.
It's too much visual clutter for a competitive experience from the first person, but as a spectator watching this, you know, they put all the details in for us. Let's enjoy it.
Oh, they're actually running the Widow to start here? No, he stays there. I think he's just going for a quick shot. Yeah. He wanted the frag video material. I respect it.
Putting that on Reddit.
Tracer against the Brig pick there. I don't know about that for Dalton, but I guess it can work.
And it looks like Linkser's defaulting back to the comfort pick, which is McCree, and they're just dropping the Sombra idea. It's the same comp.
I mean, he looked good on it.
Yeah, he looked good.
He looked good on it. So.
Oh god, flying chair. See, that would not happen on low graphics. I would be noticed that.
Some can. Hollywood has a couple that I think do, but it's half of them only get visible also. So Vancouver needs to really try and win this fast before Hisu builds up his EMP. Like right now their goal should be like, okay, we know Hisu's charging his EMP. We need to win this fight within the next like 10-15 seconds, or he's gonna EMP it and we're gonna lose.
And Hisu's an absolute monster on it. He almost has it.
Yeah, like they're playing with like such a little sense of urgency here. It seems like they were literally just like playing the poke game. If you know the other team's running Sombra, you don't play the slow poke game. You play, which is why I also thought the Tracer, the Tracer can go in and engage, but it can be hard against the Brig to really get like good follow up. And now Hisu has the EMP. Vancouver doesn't have any ults left. He's able to scout this out early. This should be an easy fight for Toronto.
Yeah, that was a fast, very fast nano.
Really fast. That too, yeah.
Yeah, which allowed Sato, which also like tempoed Sato's primal. So now he has primal while Chunks is falling behind as well. That's just the value of like getting that first fight win. You can just cycle your ultimates very well.
Yep. Oh, he's gonna look for that translocator. Okay, which Hisu knew he was going for it, so it's gonna slow down Toronto a little bit, but.
Wait, trading
the trade pulses, yeah.
But unfortunately, Aspire is just running.
And see here, okay, I will say, so I know I called Tisu out a little bit for like holding on to that EMP, but on defense like here, just the fear factor, like Vancouver knowing that Hisu has EMP is like forcing them into weird fights now. And now Linkser switches to Sombra with 1.5 minutes left. That's gonna be hard because sometimes that's in the territory where you might not even be able to build an EMP in time there. And if you can't build an EMP on Sombra, there is no point being on Sombra. Like, yeah, she's good at other stuff too, but there's always better picks for those other things than Sombra can do. Like, you play Sombra for the EMP.
Yeah. That late switch is tough because you know, like, Hisu held it on. So if Hisu's gonna EMP this fight and you risk the team losing it, you might not build it in time. But to give Linkser credit, he's almost at 60%. Minute left.
Wow, Hisu is still holding it. That is...
Yeah, the threat of EMP
this
itself.
has to be demoralizing. But yeah, Linkser did build that fast during that fight at least, though. He will be able to get one here, but now it's gonna come down to the EMP EMP trade then.
That
Who
costs
gets
them
more value with
Rally
it?
and Nano. Those are two very important ultimates coming into this point. They need the Rally to deal with the Nano
You
Winston.
got it very
and they
fast.
need the Nano to get their Winston in.
Oh,
Good hack.
wait, Dalton gets a
That's
good
an
pick.
important pick right there. Great EMP
A
there.
really good
From
EMP
Winston.
though. That
Can the team capitalize
I
on
don't
that?
see
That's the
Rolf
question.
living
Seven's
here.
actually one health.
Wow, he does. Okay, Fire does a good job keeping him alive. So I believe
I think
Vancouver.
I think I overheard the
Taking-
casters say that Linkser got a hack on Aspire, which is hard to catch.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much a death sentence for a Tracer.
Yeah.
They might be looking for another contest here. It would be kind of crazy to go for it, but there you go. Aspire's in. He actually
Oh
manages to
wow,
land the
good
pulse
pulse.
bomb on
Oh,
fire.
Linkser, they
Linkser
forced
coming
Linkser to
in.
use his EMP here,
Catches
but
the tanks, but no follow
I don't
up.
think he caught Sato. Oh wait, they're gonna.
Definitely caught Michelle, and then he double hacked Michelle right after. So you're just like silenced for 10 seconds. That's got to be so unfun. I don't play tank, but I can only imagine being EMP'd into
Yeah.
a ball pack. It's just
Oh no!
Oh.
Wow. Well, somehow Toronto they get so Aspire got the pulse onto Fire, and then they were once the brig is down, they were able to just come back in with their spawns. Even though Linkser had EMP there, they were able to live and like sustain, and then come back in with numbers and just turn that fight there. So
right.
Toronto goes up 2-0. Vancouver looked decent on this has been the story of Vancouver seasons. They've had good defenses where they look competitive, but they have struggled on attack. Like taking first point has been rough for them, and I'm not sure. Like this has been a reoccurring trend for like weeks, like months now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if they're getting worried doing stuff or if they're just like not focusing targets good enough or what. But like that is the bane of their existence right now. Like if there's something like after this week in VOD review they're looking at, they need to look at their attacks and clean that up some. But a good play from Toronto there. They go up 2-0. Hisu definitely had good somber performance there. Just that EMP holding it, scaring Vancouver the entire time.
That threat is so scary, and like it just causes a lot of that like psychological panic on like how to approach, and you know they've definitely got to clean that up on the Titan side. But that's the thing about pro players, like they're all so individually talented, and it's all just like minor tweaks and how they approach fights, and that could make or break it. That's for sure.
Well, it looks like next map we have. What are we going into here? Let me see.
I have Route 66.
So definitely, I think you'll see. Does Sato ever play Ryan? It seems like he's. I know he's known for his Winston.
Yeah, he's
like,
definitely.
I'm pretty
it
sure,
looks like he's more comfortable on the Winston, but
yeah, Route 66 is a pretty good Winston map. I expect to see him playing it more there. I expect Sombra to be played on it. It's with the Mega underneath first point. There's a lot of good Megas to hack. Like Sombra is good there, and it seems like Hisu's having a good like performance on it. But I really don't know for Vancouver what they. I don't know about mirroring against Sombra. It seems like Hisu is a little bit more experienced on Sombra compared to Linkser, and it seems like he's just getting slightly more value. Which I've always said, you don't want to just mirror someone and play the comp that you know they practiced more at. Like I'm sure Vancouver has practiced his Sombra comp plenty also, but it seems like that Sombra comp is Toronto's bread and butter, where it's like their go-to comp. And if you're mirroring against the comp, like a team who has like their go-to comp, they're probably going to be better on it. So you want to find something slightly different that works out better for you. And it looked like they were trying to do that at the start with the Lynx or May, but I think May against that comp isn't good either, just with how much mobility, especially on like Route 66, there's no good ice wall areas. It's so open. So I have really no idea what Vancouver is going to go. What
do you think about Widowmaker though? If we want to play to Linkser's strengths, what about Widow?
Not against Sato's Winston. It looks like Vancouver's been struggling, like denying him his engages really, and Widow, you kind of need that space. Yeah. Plus Route 66 on defense, I could see it like defense on second point. I think it can be decent, but on first point, you're just going to get dove on attack or defense. It's going to be hard to set up on Widow there and not get just like run over. So I doubt it. I think, you know, if, on a map like Junkertown, I could see Widow being played there, but Route 66, the sight lines are a little too short where I don't think you're safe enough to run it. But I believe we have more codes to give away. Do we not?
I think we do. And since we're in between matches, now is a perfect time.
Well, I think I've given away 6, you've given away 5, so let's have you catch up. We'll make it a nice even 10 now. I think you give away 5 more in yours, and then I'll do 4 more in mine or something.
Sounds good.
Okay, well then, any Vancouver watchers, if you want more of those codes out here, we have a bunch to give out. head over to the Toronto Defiant stream channel. They will be posted in there. They'll give you a nice little countdown for them. We'll give you a little bit of time to get over there if you do want those codes.
Right.
Again, you can use them for any of the player skins out there, any of the cool Owl team skins. There's some cool
that
colors.
Widow skin was quite nice, the one that recently came out. I don't think you can buy that one anymore.
Can you? Yeah, I think. Well, were you able to use the tokens for that one? Like, I thought it was more. I thought it was like
tokens. 200 tokens, but each of these codes are 100, I believe. So I mean, you're halfway there. But if not, like Harb said, you just get a team skin. You get both the home and away for 100. Good value. Very good value. Anyways, come on over to the Defiant co-stream Titan viewers. I'm gonna quickly shoot through these 5, and then we'll send you back to Harb stream. Oh, I see some people doing the hashtag. Yes, we have a couple of other giveaways and stuff to mention as well, since we're we have a little mini break here. But quickly, let me just get the codes out. Are you guys already here? I'm going to count down very quickly from 5 to 0 and just post them into the redeem a code in BattleNet on any platform. All right, ready. First code coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab that one. Next one coming out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next one coming out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm seeing that
what's that?
I'm seeing the case go by on a graphic there. That's a cool looking case. That Toronto Defiant one. Oh my goodness.
The Defiant wrapped PC using code Defiant with the SkipTheDishes app. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, whoever. If you're trying to time it, you can't time the codes, man. Just like you can't time the markets, what they say, right? You can't time it when I hit enter here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all 5 codes right there. Before I send you back to Harbs, let me just quickly tell you about use this virtual watch party on the Defiant section here is in partnership with SkipTheDishes. Make sure to gear up with your game and order food with Skip. Use code Defiant at checkout to get entered to win the grand prize, including a custom wrapped Defiant PC, custom Defiant neon lights, and more. Yeah, you can see how it looks like down in the graphic. Somewhere down there.
If you're going to use that SkipTheDishes, you might as well get yourself some nice Pizza Hut with it. Pizza Hut's an option on it. You can also, they got their breadstick. We got our breadsticks challenge still going, halfway completed. Linkster's got his 3 headshots. So again, it goes hand in hand here. This streaming partnership was a match made in heaven.
It really was. Battle Canada, Pizza Hut, and Skip. Can't go wrong there. We also got prize packs every monthly tournament when you use that code Defiant with Skip. Also, EPOS H3 headset giveaway. Again, I see you guys type in the hashtag. The details are in the description. And the hashtag is not case sensitive, but some people are doing hashtag DefiantX EPOS, which is what you need to type, and then you'll be entered. As long as you type it at some point during the stream, we've tracked anybody who's typed that hashtag. We'll announce the winner at the end. And we gave you some of the token drops. And now, back to the Titan stream very quickly. Because
I'm going to give some.
Codes.
Yep.
Go.
We got 4 more to give out here. I'm going to listen. Like I said, KarQ, he's nice and slow. He gives everyone their chance. That's not how we do it here. We're fast and in your face. So let's see. 10 seconds till people are here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here's the first code. Boom. Second one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go over there.
Boom. Third one, listen, you snooze, you lose. Listen, we gotta be quick on this.
Yeah, they're starting soon. Go.
And 4th code here, and boom. All right, codes are out, I believe.
Codes are out, matches in. So I stole the show there. I apologize. I took too much time. Too many things to say.
There is not enough time. Oh, the Torb pick. I actually like against the Sombra. I actually do like it because if Sombra tries to uncloak somewhere in the open and hack someone, sometimes the Torb turret will just randomly start shooting her and interrupt the hack. So there's actually been a surprising amount of Torb played at Owl level recently, and it's always still weird to me seeing Torb being a semi-meta pick and actually being played as like not a troll pick, but I always love it. If Torb is ever like a decent pick, you know you're in for a good meta.
That's for sure. I mean, honestly, ever since the Torb rework a couple of years ago, he's no longer. I don't like ever lose confidence in the team that kind of runs it. He's pretty powerful. All
I'm
things
not sure
considered.
on that experimental for a while where Torb had 2 turrets. I think that would have been a cool change actually, where they would be like slightly weaker but have 2 of them. I would be all for that.
Really, I would find that just a bit too frustrating. You're actually playing PvE at that point. Just break land. You got to break the FAP plant, break the 2 turrets, maybe break the May wall as well.
Maybe,
Just shooting objects.
You're seeing Aspire Hanzo here, which I actually remember from his time in Contenders. I think he had Hanzo was one of his like go-to picks. So the fact that he's actually getting to play it now, I'm curious to see what he does on it as Linkster finally wakes up from his little nap there.
At that point, being able to start an ult cycle mitigates somewhat of what's going on here.
Yeah,
Good stall from Vancouver here. Like the fact that they're on the Rhine here. Okay, it looks like they're finally giving some space for Bronco to push up. Okay, not a bad stall though. That's a minute off the cart for just getting to the corner there. Vancouver should be very happy with that stall.
We haven't seen too much Zarya with the Winston these days. Do you think it was because
the only map I've seen Zarya really played on was Gibraltar, which to me, I guess the idea is that it's a bit safer when you're playing it like you can't get dove on defense, but personally I hate playing Zarya on Gibraltar. I feel like I can never do damage because people are always set up on high ground or something, so... But, you know, I guess the Owl coaches have seen something differently because that is the only map I have really seen Zarya played on.
Yeah, for the double bubble synergy. But
yeah, but then again, you can do double bubble on other maps too, where it works also. But Diva just does a lot of what Zarya does, and does like Zarya is more of a damage dealer. Diva, you know, gives better protection. It's
utility, mobility. Yeah,
it's cool seeing the Hanzo ult go right to the Torb turret. Actually, there's some weird interactions in this game where I can never remember like if things do damage to each other. Like Hanzo ult does not do damage to Torb turret apparently, but I think like males or something does. Weird combos.
Yes. Yep.
What is Lastro doing there? He stood still and didn't even attempt to like escape the Diva bomb. He might have been able to make it in time, but that was weird. I'm not sure, but he kind of just tanked it like a champ. But
yeah, 2.5 minutes down, but Hisu's ready to go.
It's going to be hard to get value from this unless
for this
someone else
EMP.
opens the door.
They're playing. The Titans are playing.
Yeah,
quite
Vancouver is split
here.
up well. Yeah.
I think he's just gonna hack real. Yeah.
Oh, after the lamp goes out though, so then he gets this. That's really good from Hisu. God, I'm getting triggered or getting tilted for Vancouver just watching this. Playing against Sombra is so annoying. Like, especially like Owl, like really good Sombras. When you always have to be worried, like, where's this Sombra at? Am I about to get hacked? Like, it is just so miserable playing against it. Even though Sombra is not always the best pick, it can be like such just a tough pick to play against sometimes.
Against a coordinated team that capitalizes on hacks.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah. A lot less intimidating in solo queue, that's for sure, or ranked. But yeah, in this kind of professional setting. Oh man, Masato's he's ready to go. He's got that, and he is just farming here.
They finally take him out there.
Yeah.
Decent first hold for. Again, I've said this. I said it like before or after last map. Vancouver's issue has never been their defense. They have, even against like some of the best teams in the league, they've had really good defenses, but it's always been their attacks that they just seem like they're never able to convert it into like actually capping out. So another good first hold from Vancouver there, but it's going to come more down to their attack if they're able to get first even.
Yeah, I think that because on defense naturally you have to let the other team come to you and then you respond a lot of times to what they do. Although taking the initiative and engaging on defense is also a strat too, but that's probably their strength and they don't really have maybe someone who really calls the shots to go for like that playmaking.
Yeah, I'm not sure who their shot caller is. I know earlier in the season they had a Shredlock actually as their main tank, and after the first split they switched to Changsink, and I know he
And that's just it.
I know Shredlock wasn't their main caller, but he did like contribute to the calls somewhat, and they did look like they slightly were more coordinated when they had him. But then again, that's also still getting used to playing with like a different tank, getting used to like all that. But yeah, I'm not sure who their main caller is exactly. I think it might be Fire. Does a lot of it. They should get a recontest here. It looks like they're just giving it. Okay, well, Toronto just snowballs that through Streets. I think they had one fight there that they won with EMP, and they just took Streets phase. So
they took the fight at the halfway point. The Titans gave them the space.
They gave so much space and then just lost.
Yeah. Well played by Defiant with the taking the initiative, taking the engagement there. It's very coordinated EMPs from Hisu and Sato's jumps right now, which I really like.
Oh yeah, and like I will say the coordination with, well, I guess the Changsik has been on Ryan for almost all of it, but when Changsik's on Winston, like the coordination that Sato has compared, you can just tell like they're way more organized Toronto on it.
Rolf falls. He still has the primal rage available. What was that? Came out of absolutely nowhere. 99 health and a dream with Sato. Changsik looking
trying not to get.
They
They try to stagger the Baby Diva, but then I'm always fearful of that.
That
I've died one time. I've died one
It's
time.
dangerous now.
Have you died to it yet? In your games?
I'm a tank, so luckily, normally even if I do get squished by it, I still live. But I've had games where like I've lost like 3 people to a single Diva remake, and then like lost the game from it. And well, it's like people forget that change. I'm actually for that change. I think the range might be a little bit too big, which I think they might have nerfed that actually, but. I think like little things like that are pretty cool actually, like little gameplay elements where yeah, it doesn't impact the game that often, that much, but it can if people are standing too close and being dumb.
Was that? I'm not sure if that was done to counteract the staggering.
I think it does it away, but it looks like Toronto gets a couple good picks there. They're down their Brig, but they should be trying to take this fast while Rolf is still dead.
Nevertheless, the Vancouver Titans have actually managed to stabilize.
The Titans do have
Well, it looks like
quite a bit to stabilize. Yeah, they've got.
Yeah, I think Toronto's just gonna wait for their EMP here. They're gonna EMP Nano Winston. That's the fight right there.
They have no answer. The Titans have no answer for this at all.
Well, they have a rally. If they rally, but they need to make sure they get this rally off early. If they don't rally, oh, they're actually gonna Nano the Winston before they even have their. I think they're gonna Nano Winston to force the rally. Oh no, they used the EMP also. Okay, never mind. I feel like they should EMP then.
All 6? Yeah, you got all 6 people.
The issue is though the rally was off. You like right there. I don't know why they jumped their Winston in first and not EMP there first. Because if you jump Winston in, the Brig is always gonna rally. The Brig will be like, oh, here's the name of Winston. I need to rally to stay alive. Which, even though they did get hit by the EMP, still they were able to live. But if you EMP first, you might be able to Brig with it. Yeah, and then they just die. So a little bit of weird timing there from Toronto, but they're still in a really good position getting the cart this far. Route 66 is a hard map to cap out on.
We get an Echo switch at the last second against the Torb McCree. I would say ill-advised, but Hisu's a better player than I am. Let's see what he can do with this.
Yeah, I don't know about Echo on this point either. Echo's another one of those heroes where it churns out damage, but I would say a big value of Echo is the ultimate also, and there's no way he's going to build the ult in time.
Right.
Plus, you want that high skybox, and the skybox here is...
inside.
Yeah. And yeah, looks like he goes down. Looks like Vancouver should be holding this, but again, their defense has been like good all season. It's going to come down to how they look on attack now.
It didn't work for them on checkpoint A or B. But they were able to
the Nano Baby Diva.
The remake, where is it?
They're keeping him alive. Oh my gosh. I should just make it so like if you're in the air, it just one-shots you if you're nanoed with your remake.
I was so ready to see that. I wonder if the remake damage gets boosted then. If you nanoed
I don't think it does. No.
It's a separate entity or whatever.
You said it didn't work for them until the 3rd point, but it actually worked great. In my opinion, on that 1st point, they just fell apart in the 2nd point. They just need to be able to play their style and get set up in their
I would
way.
like to see...
You can tell that
I think Sombra is really good on 1st point defense, and Elixir granted some, like... I think running it again here might be the move. Because just on defense with Sombra, you can scout so much, you can know where the team's going to engage from, and that's been their big issue. They've been getting dove on by Sato a lot of these and losing supports. And if you can scout that early and see where he's coming from, it gives your supports plenty of time to position and set up for it. Ooh, play the Roadhog, Pride. Play the Roadhog, do it. Don't bait me on it.
Making Harb happy here.
It's a little like I can
But yeah, to touch on the Sombra part. Sombra's much easier on defense. Much easier on defense because Linkster's guaranteeing 2 health pack controls. One under the cave
No,
and one under the
I just realized I brain farted there. They're on attack now. They just did defense. So everything I just said, toss it out the window.
Wait a minute. You're right.
I sold it well though. You believed me.
You did. I believed you. I wasn't paying attention either. I was like, oh,
it's all that time I worked at Best Buy in computer sales. I can sell, water to a plumber or something. I know what I'm doing here.
You got the tactics down. You got the psychological tricks.
It's all about being confident. You just, even if you're wrong, you say it with confidence and people will believe it. And right there,
it's the walking around with clipboard equivalent in words.
Torb on attack here. Okay, I like it. I think it's
he ran it on
good
defense,
to have,
but now he's starting it on offense.
I think he's gonna pretty much just again set up a turret somewhere in the back line to help look for the Sombra. So if like Jesus tries to decloak and hack someone, it's just gonna start shooting them. So I like it. I think it can work. Plus, Torb can do good damage. Like it's not like he's just like there for utility. Like if you hit your shots on Torb, he can tread.
Yeah, there's no damage fall off for him actually. 70 damage per Cheeto. Or
Rivet, whatever they are, yeah.
Riveting.
They do look kind of like Cheetos though. I see that.
They're just relying on this nano boost from Lastro. What are they going to do with this on Sato? They need to get an
Can you order Cheetos on Skip? Probably.
Maybe. I went to some place near me had like a chicken sandwich that had like fried Cheetos on it or something. It was pretty bad, but I had to try it.
That sounded good. Sounds good in theory.
It did. I think it could be good if it was a good place doing it, but the place, good pulse from Spire, really good. Yep.
That was set up by Sato, jumping in with the Winston there, clumping them all together.
Yeah,
kind of
grouping up in bottom gas there can be it's safe and dangerous at the same time. Like if they don't have something like pulse bomb, it's like the safest place to be. But obviously, if there's some sort of ult Toronto has, you're just gonna get grouped up and blown up like that.
That was great by the Vancouver Titans getting that space, and I'm glad that Toronto Defiant.
But they get the cart pretty far there, so it's one fight territory here for first, and they're coming in with Torbolts. But here's Hisu again, just scouting out everything. He knows.
Wolf cleaning up the Spire. Spire might have gotten a bit too ahead of himself there, but it's still turnable because EMP is such a powerful ultimate.
Yep.
This is to stop them from engaging with the EMP there.
Which Hisu's still in position, finally uses it. I think he only gets the Ryan and Torb with it, but that's still... And Aspire somehow goes down again as he gets back, so 5-on-5 here.
Back to back, but
Fire commits his rally, yeah. That's gonna hopefully keep... That should be able to keep them alive from the nanoed Winston. It looks like it does, but he's really going for a Rolf here with it. But yeah, he's not able to get what he wants. But this has been, again, Vancouver Titans struggle here. They convert this into actual point. Like the Sato's or Chang6 had his shatter here for a while, but it's very hard for him to shatter anything when the entire defense is set up on high ground.
Yeah, that was a good rotation by the Toronto Defiant there to get away from that. Get away from both Rolf's bat window too. But the shatter does come out.
Don't think it got anything. Yeah, Diva Bomb also from Toronto comes out. Doesn't get anything. 6-on-6 trades here. The Torb turret's even in there. Finally goes down. Rest in peace, turret.
7th player down.
Back another EMP. Oh my god. And they still might lose this though.
J has another rally too. Wait, so did Fire. Both teams had, but Fire went down earlier. Yeah. But the rally armor's
wow. That's the thing about Sombra. Like, if you're farming your EMPs like that, it's the best hero in the game. Like, EMP is the best ult in the game. If you're farming it like that, oh my gosh.
I think if you ever get a hack off on Diva, it might just be like the most free ult charge in the world. Or Ryan, I suppose. But then if you hack the Ryan, the Diva can eat a lot of your shots. So I'm curious to see how he's 50% to his next one. He's halfway there already. If this overtime fight goes longer than
Well, what I was worried about ended up looks like it's coming true. Vancouver needs to figure this out. Their defenses have been pretty good, even against the best teams in the league. But this is another full hold for them where they don't cap burst. I don't know what they need to do differently. It looks like
It doesn't matter.
I'm at a loss. This has been a recurring trend throughout the season, and they obviously have the talent. They have like players that have like played at like a top level and like know what to do, but it has just been a struggle for them throughout the season. So unfortunately, Vancouver falls 3-0 in the Battle of Canada. Toronto, I tipped my virtual hat to you, my invisible hat.
Thank you.
You can take the W on that. But we have a bunch of codes to give out now. I was thinking we were gonna, hopefully go to 5 maps, get the breadsticks, give out all the codes, then have it be a nice happy evening. But now these are sad codes. These are depressed codes. So you can give out yours first.
There's still codes though. You can take it.
Codes
hey,
first.
you lost.
Right.
Hey, it's okay. You have the consolation prize. You lost twice in the week. I was supposed to say this, but
yep.
We rolled you guys in the staff match, and
well, you guys had a former pro player, so well, for a different game.
all I hear are excuses, but it's all good.
Well, here's the codes already coming out of mine. One, I'm gonna typo that one.
Wait, head on over to the Titan stream though. We can
two.
Yeah,
if you're not there yet, they're already coming in hot. I got 3 more I'm putting in. 3, 2, and that's the last code from my chat. But everyone who came and watched the Vancouver Titans, if you are interested in these codes, Toronto has a few more to give away also. You should go check out their chat and get your chance at winning more there.
Yep.
And
I think I have 5 more. Yeah. 5 more codes. I am going to go quick with this as well. All right. Whether you're here or not, you're ready to redeem on Battle.net. Go wild. That's the first one. Second one coming on up. That's the second one. Third one. Fourth one. And fifth one. All right, Harb, do you want to close things out on your side first? You got any
yeah,
things to say?
let's see. I believe our next match is next weekend. I believe next Saturday. So next Saturday will be Vancouver Titans' next match. I will be there again for it. Unfortunately, this will be, I believe, our only duo cast for the season. But I had a fun time. It's been
I had a great time.
It had been a while since I've spoken with you and seen you in an Overwatch game or anything like that. But it's nice to meet you again, as always. Nice to see you again.
Likewise.
I had a fun time. But in terms of closing stuff for the stream, unfortunately, no Pizza Hut breadsticks this time. We were, Linkster got his headshot count, but nothing else got completed on that. It'll be a different board for next week, I believe. Some things changed out on it to hopefully make it easier to complete, because believe us, we want to give out these breadsticks. Like, we want to get them into the people's mouths, but unfortunately, it just has yet to happen. But that's gonna be it for Vancouver. For me, Harbleu from Vancouver Titans side. I'll let you do your closing part.
God, like Harb said, man, it has been a nice co-stream, co-casting event. All I'm gonna say is Harb's great host, good one-liners right there too, smooth. I want to say there's no way you came up with that on the spot. You had to have rehearsed
What
that
on that one? I might have said that one time before. I can't remember, but what can I say?
That one was good. Okay, to tie things up, make sure to subscribe to our channel. And also, if you guys are on the Titan stream, you obviously hear my voice. Make sure you subscribe to the Titans channel and our channel here on the Defiant. Ring the bell. Whatever channel you're watching this on, make sure you support the channels you're doing that on to keep up with content from both teams. And on our side, we have our next co-stream. So actually, we'll be hosting a co-stream each regular game weekend with myself, Fran, and Agilities. So next one is Saturday, July 10th, next week, versus the Dallas Fuel, hosted by me.
Best of luck on that one. Dallas Fuel's looking good.
Yeah, Dallas is looking like a really strong team right now, but I'll be there. So you make sure to check that out. Subscribe, bell on, so you don't miss that action. I have the winner. I have a winner right now. Last call for the Defiant X ePost call out the hashtag in the chat to win a headset. Can't go wrong with a new headset, right? I have my winner. Last call. I'm gonna give you guys 10 seconds and I'm gonna announce the winner. Get ready. Harp, can you give me a drum roll? That's good.
I actually played like 5 years of drums, so I know a little bit. I can do a paradiddle, paradiddle, whatever.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. That's some good juju. And the good juju for the good winner of the H3 EPOS headset is going to be Jason Stormblade. Congratulations, Jason Stormblade. To collect your prize.
Is that the headset you're wearing right now? Is it that one?
I believe the H3 is the other one. This is one of them. I have both. Honestly, I got the names mixed up. They're all good. EPOS, great headset. I think pretty sure the H3 is the black one. This is the other one. All great headsets. Congratulations, Jason. And again, thank you for tuning in to the Defiant virtual watch party presented by SkipTheDishes. Again, use code SKIP and you win a bunch of prizes, or you get entered for the giveaway for a bunch of prizes. I think that's it from me. Thank you so much, Harbleu, again for joining on our side.
Thank you
for having me on your stream.
Yep, this was a fun little collab. Got it. It was a hard word to say, but yep. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Also, I had a good time with it. This was like the first time I've done more of a casting thing between matches, so I'm sure I flubbed a couple things. I saw someone in chat calling me out for calling a 2-man EMP a 5-man or 5-man a 2-man, but cut me some slack. You know, I think we did a smash-up job.
We did well. We did well based on everything. Oh, one more thing. The winner, Jason Stormblade, I got a message. Make sure to DM SolVJ on Solvay. Sorry, Solvay. Solvay on Discord, which is spelled SOLVIEJ on the Defiant Discord, to collect your prize. She'll be she has a little I think a little cute little Pepe emoji or emote underneath. Wait, am I allowed to say that?
What, Pepe?
Yeah.
I mean,
Pepe.
I know Blizzard was weird about it for a little bit, but we don't play by no rules here. Pepe.
Yeah, there it is. It's typed in chat. The Defiant posted the name that you have to DM Jason. Anyways, that's all. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yep, this sign out's been long enough. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night.